All right. Good morning, brothers and sisters, and welcome back to the UK Live. The software was not picking up; it was not showing it that it's started to broadcast, and that's why you must be just seeing the screen actually. All right. So sorry for that. That's a bit of a delay in the software. Let's get started now. Beginning a new week and a lot of new subscribers being seen and being added to our family. We're now approaching close to about 200 uh, members or family members on the YouTube channel, and thank you again for all your extended support and spreading the word. There is a small announcement to be made because I've decided to club the two sessions that we were taking at 2:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. respectively. We will continue doing the wave counts, the couple of instruments, and then also discuss an educational topic right at the 2:30 a.m. In the 2:30 a.m. session itself, because I'll be diverting a few hours now for the subscribed or the private YouTube channel, but the content part will still remain the same for the existing YouTube channel as well. The only thing is that we are just clubbing both the sessions. All right, so precisely each session now will be going for about 30 minutes. Between 2:30 a.m. to about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard now, and that's the only change. Let's get started on the wave counts as usual with the Bitcoin to begin this session. This is the daily chart up on your screens right now, and as far as the wave counts are concerned, let's do it quickly, but I want to bring up the hourly chart as well a bit later on. For those who are joining for the first time, I have pasted the educational playlist on the Telegram channel for you to go through without any difficulty. You can just sit there and play it all and go through the educational stuff which is there available on the channel. And here's a quick wave count. What Bitcoin has done since July 2017 is this an impulsive five-wave rally. It was clear an impulse. We did get into some trouble into the last leg, but since then it's been a good journey on the trading part as well. And Bitcoin has now become the best performer in terms of gaining points over there. So that is the basic tenet of the wave principle, which has been followed to the bookmark actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is precisely followed as with an ABC corrective drop. All right. So if we kind of take an analogy to the basic structure, quick enough. It's very simple, brothers. You can simply count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then count A, B, C, and most of the time you're done. And believe it or not, 85% of the time you would be there most of the time before others come to know about the potential change. You see the drop, which was wave C, all right. When most of the traders were turning bearish at that point of time, suddenly it bounced from around about the 5,800 mark. Uh, uh, that was a projected turn where we were just talking about being careful about the drop being extended or not, and exactly what happened from that point onwards. Don't forget the trend line also passing through. So various combination, the trend line, the Fibonacci ratio. Did you see that small change and a huge difference in the angle out there? So precisely when you're trying to draw your lines, or of course, make sure that you're not cutting through the candle, and you're touching the highs and lows precisely what they are. So a potential turn identified around about the 20,000 mark, but all right, we didn't trade that much. We didn't count that trading much actually, but 17,000 levels onward, that was a good turn anticipated by the termination point of wave B, and after that, almost the 70% drop from 2017 highs around 20,000 levels. It's now beginning to turn. Good signs are coming up. Still, the only thing that I would vouch for is, if you are by any chance aggressive short now, it's time to be watchful over there, and at least not remain on the sell side. I repeat, brothers and sisters, it's not the time to remain aggressively short for now. Right? Lot of combinations coming for us. The 786, almost the 786 of the entire rally since July 2017. All right. That's the Fibonacci ratio, 70% drop. Then followed by the trend line, 7-month old trend line being tested exactly around the 5,800 mark. Past resistance support area not too far away from where the bottom was formed around 5,800. An interim bottom right now, it's not confirming a solid bottom. 5 waves are still missing on the shorter time frame. Maybe in the next 24 hours, maybe we can have one. So the wave counts, the Fibonacci ratios, the trend lines, the short-term wave counts, all are pointing towards one thing. Don't be, or stay away from being aggressively short. Even the counter trends, I just forgot to mention that ABC might just be getting over as well. At least the channel line is also, I think the channel line has also been taken off from the support. Prices took off from the channel line support, sorry. If we just do draw a parallel here, it was absolutely close, very close, I would say, to the channel line support as well. All right, so that was the daily chart for Bitcoin, and not to forget about the oscillators. Both MACDs and the RSIs would be beginning to turn signs on the north side as well. what we would like to touch base is the hourly chart. And as I said, we will be combining the New York and the UK live, and we'll be spending about 30 minutes time between 2:30 to 3 a.m. Eastern Standard. Okay, that will be the standard sessions from today. What I would like to discuss as the educational part and then provide an analogy is this: how to spot a triangle structure forming. Let's spend a few minutes here. In the rising, maybe a potential rising market, you would be finding first of all the triangle structure normally unfolds into five waves. And a typical rising market, the first leg would be uh, lower, and then the second leg is I'm trying to project a contracting triangle. So a standard contracting triangle would consist of obviously five waves in a very standard format, and that would be labeled as A, B, C, D, and E. Let's do a capital A, capital B, C, D, and D. All right. If would want to show the subdivisions or the subwaves, let's try and do that as well. That'd be something like this: small a, B, and C, and then so it's actually a five-wave structure, and each wave would unfold into three waves. Right. Now, normally triangles are a type of consolidation or correction, but it really tests your trading patience actually. They are a type of typical consolidation, or you can say correction. So it falls under the category of the corrective waves. That's what you could be remembering. You know, there are two waves divided. That's the motive waves and the corrective waves. So triangles fall under the corrective waves, and but difference is they take a lot of time to unfold. They test your trading patience, and you've got to be really calm and peaceful to find out all the wave counts, five of them. So it's like five, 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 and five. They unfold into sorry, big mistake. Three, 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 and three. So five waves, and each subdividing or opening up as a three wave. All right. And then there is a very interesting Fibonacci correlationship. I'd like to discuss that as well. every alternate leg within the triangle structure. For example, uh, which are the alternates? A, C, and E, and then the other pairs of the alternates are B and D, right? So Fibonacci correlation is this. Uh, Normally, the alternates, let's say for example, let's take an example of waves A and wave C over here. So the alternate would be around 62% of the previous one. Let's say that means wave C over here would be around the 62% mark of wave A. Similarly, wave E normally would be around 62% of the wave C. And on the other hand, wave B and wave D are the two alternate waves where clearly the rule says that wave D would be around 62.8% Fibonacci distance traveled by wave B. All right. So that is a typical contracting triangle, a typical example of how a contracting triangle would look like and how to spot them. All right, trading point of view, how to trade this? Normally you would want to trade on a break above okay, these two lines are not being done as it is. It's a rule. You need to connect the lows of A and C and the highs of B and D, in this case of a contracting triangle. So connect BD and AC of the triangle structure, and normally on a break above the or below the BD line, you would want to take a trade. That is a very conservative way to deal with the market or deal with such a pattern. This is one of a powerful signal or powerful pattern. Sorry, not the signal, but it's one of a powerful pattern, Elliott wave pattern. That's what it's called, which you would want to trade. Now, you can trade in a break above the BD line. You can place a stop loss right below the E in this case, because the risk reward ratio would not suffice if you keep your stop loss otherwise. But ideally the stop loss should go below A, and the distance you can also calculate, objective distance of the breakout. Let's say just take the maximum distance within the triangle leg. Let's say that's the maximum distance between wave A and B. Just count the points here. At least that much would be the breakout on the particular side, wherever it does. Alright, so to give you an analogy what's going on, or what could be potentially going on in the Bitcoin hourly chart structure is that of a contracting triangle, wherein these are the legs defined clearly: A, B, C, D, and E. And if you would like to connect the dots, this is an example of not exactly a contracting triangle, but maybe a running triangle. There you are. So going by the analogy of the structure within the triangle, and almost on a breakout level right now, it looks to be almost on a breakout level right now. So A, B, C, wave D, and possibly wave E. If this wave count or the projection is correct, or it's been done properly, then the next leg for Bitcoin should be on the north side, uh, somewhere here. If you calculate the distance, the maximum distance traveled, that's around 7,500 and 8,500, so about 1,000 points from the bottom E wave. That is around 7980. That is the bottom. Would be around 89 or 90. Very close to about 9,000 levels could be the end or termination point of that particular structure, right? So this was a quick discussion of a bit of a theory portion. That's how to spot a triangle, what are the sub waves, how they look like, and how to break out the Fibonacci correlation, and how to trade. Right. If you are watching this chart right now with me on a live basis or the educational stuff, then you can clearly identify each wave subdividing into three waves. Here it is, ABC, followed by another ABC, another ABC, nice little ABCs, you see there, and the last one. So that was a typical triangle example, and it has taken, see what time it has taken since the 7th of February. We are about 12th, we are beginning the 12th of February today, so almost about 5 to 6 trading or calendar days. But watch out, maybe Bitcoin for a rally of the last leg, moving towards sub 9,000 kind of levels. All right. So let's get on the other wave count. Let's see which chart I've brought up. I think I've done the dollar index. All right, let's continue the counting from the potential fourth wave, which we've been done, and it's almost on this in the subconscious mind. That could be the fourth wave termination point around the 95 levels. Of a higher degree, I would say it's the same degree where we started plotting from 103.80 as a potential top. So what it has done after that is waves 1, 2 and 3 probably. And not just waves 1, 2 and 3, I'm sorry, it's almost terminating into the fourth wave as well. It just remains to be seen whether it's done the fourth wave over here, or it might be pushing one more time towards the 91 mark. All right, that remains to be seen. As far as the wave counts are concerned, we are very close to the termination point of the fourth wave of one lesser degree, and that would enable us to probably project the fifth wave of the same degree lower. All right, it could also be plotted like the fifth wave. Now, it's only a matter of time before we can conclude that fourth wave has terminated. So watch out for a potential top somewhere very close to 90, 50, 60, or just about the 91 kind of levels, and that could trigger the beginning or the next drop or the next potential drop lower. All right, and we will be watching these couple of five charts very closely: euro, dollar index, Bitcoin, gold, and silver in the coming times, and we'll be sending out trade calls for the live subscribed channel. All right, so that brings us to a pause or the yes, to a pause to the existing session. And just a reminder, from today onwards there will be at least, there will be only one session unless specified through the Telegram or the YouTube channel. That one session would consist of about 30 minutes, where we were taking two 10-minute sessions, one the UK and the New York live. I'm just diverting my time and attention towards the other service. That's why we're just clubbing both these sessions, making it a 30-minute session, which will include at least two wave counts. Today we did Bitcoin and the dollar index, and one uh, educational discussion or a bit theoretical discussion. It could be anything. I mean, how to series. That's what I'm planning to start from today. All right. So once again, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for your time. If you're watching this video online, or you might be taking a view in an offline mode, and as always, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being a part of this family, the being a part of this YouTube channel, and helping me spread the word. Please continue doing so, where you feel sending your word across to those who you think would be of some benefit, uh, either in the terms of education or in the terms of the trading skills, or anything that you like. And never forget to get in touch with me through commenting on the live videos, or writing an email to me at the address you already know. All right. So take care and God bless until the next session. Next scheduled session is tomorrow, 2:30 a.m. Eastern.